Woohoo! Daytona, NASCAR, awesome!
We got to go to Jeep Beach, and it was close enough in Daytona to where we are in South Carolina, where we actually finally got to drive the Jeep out to the beach.
We went out there to learn more about our Jeep, meet up with the Warren team, learn more about their products. So all around, this was a great research and driving experience for us.
But yeah, take a look at what we saw at Jeep Beach.
Jeep Beach 2023! Whoop, whoop. So what kind of radio is
this? This is our GMRS GMR2 handheld. Best way to go, man, for full range communications.
Nice, perfect. That's what we need. We've been through, several different brands, yep. And we're tough on gear. What happened?
It just went down. Uh-oh.
But rugged, I know, y'all make them quality. Now, are these waterproof?
They're going to be water resistant, not fully waterproof, okay. But in all terrains they could take some damage and definitely get rough.
All
so
right.
they're durable.
And if you like this GMRS one, we do have some other lines too. And then maybe UHF is best for you. We have a great VHF, but I mean, try this out, see what you think. It's just GMRS has been working epic down here.
Awesome.
It's the best. That's what we're using for Jeep Beach. All the communications there, so I believe you're gonna love it.
Special thanks to Rugged Radios. They gave us 2 at Jeep Beach, which we still use today, and they work great. It was a pleasure to meet Boo with Voodoo Designs, and he was rocking Fab 4's concept, the Sarco, which this thing looked like a military grade tank.
Fab 4 came up with this crazy design, so being crazy myself, I said I want to do one. So we kind of partnered up with everybody and did this.
I can't even tell. Is this a Wrangler, a Gladiator?
It actually started as a Gladiator. We shortened the frame 20 inches and we put Dana 60s on it with Warren winches front and back with the Fab Tech Durlogics for the suspension, and then Factor 55. Greg from Fab 4s, he likes to do crazy stuff. Well, this is him right here. This is his inspiration. And with a Vical on the top and everything, he just makes it look different, and that's what's cool about it.
That thing's awesome. It's hard to believe that it started as a Gladiator and then it looks like what it did.
Yeah.
So it is all custom. It is so cool.
Here we go. And tug of war! Here's the thing about Jeep Beach, man. Everybody thinks that, they're like, oh, you guys know wheeling, there's no things. Dude, it ain't about that. It's about community, right? It's about family, about friends, and it's about Jeeps. And also, I mean, the occasional rubber ducky.
So at Jeep Beach, this is one of the biggest vendor areas I personally have ever seen. So there was a lot to explore. So let's go take a look at the other vendors that were here at Jeep Beach.
So those newbies like Ethan and I mean, can you briefly tell us about the beadlock versus non-beadlock? Like, this rim actually comes off?
If you look, so you see there's, right here the tire goes.
Oh, okay.
So you're mounting them just like a conventional wheel.
Right.
The only thing we do is we adjust these areas to make it fit tighter.
Oh, okay.
And then add mixture material to make it stronger.
Got it.
Whereas on a beadlock, it's really thick, heavy duty in the back. But you're actually, see this surface here? It's the same as that surface.
Okay.
But what we've done is we come around and we've added a slot to put the bead of the tire in. So when you put the bead of the tire in there, you clamp this outer ring with all these bolts.
Right.
You're actually making the tire part of the wheel. The reason that we do that is if you look, there's a big bell on the back side. The big bell tire has to be pushed a long way before it falls in the valley and has a flat.
Yeah.
But look out here, it only has to push it just an inch or so and poof, you've got a flat tire.
Got it.
And so we beadlock the unsecure side and rely on the big bell to cover over the brakes and hold the tire on the back side. So that's why a B-lock comes in advantage.
Greg's so awesome. He's been in the industry a long time. Very, very knowledgeable. You know, we learned a lot about all race lines, history, and how they, you know, have evolved from 18-wheeler wheels all the way down to off-road rims and everything in between.
And they make wheels for golf carts too, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
We're learning so much. It's fun. Learning's fun. So is that what a complete assembly looks like?
Yep, exactly. So the architecture is very similar to what you have now, right? The difference is the name and the size. So the reason they call it Dana 30, Dana 44 is because that's the size of the ring gear that's in there. So a larger ring gear means obviously more durability, stronger, but you also have a bigger housing too. So when we build these, everything inside is bigger. The tubes are thicker, the ball joints are improved, the axles are stronger. So basically the full assembly is upgraded, but it fits just like factory.
Wow. So you just take the old one out and put the new one in.
That's it.
Add the button.
It's the button, dude.
All right, cool. All right, so yeah, we haven't started this build at all. What's our first step? Just getting tires, or do the suspension first, do the axles first? What's the order of events that you'd recommend?
Yeah.
Just to even start.
Yeah, so you're in the planning stage, right? So you obviously have an idea of what your goal is. You have what trail you want to hit, right? So my recommendation, find the tire size first. That's going to depend on what gear ratio you choose. The suspension, totally up to you, right? I think the biggest thing to know, obviously you want good quality, but the lift is really going to say, okay, what kind of clearance do we need, and what kind of tire needs to fit under that? Now, fortunately for the Gladiator, they can fit a 37-inch tire almost with no lift. So you could do a 2.5-inch lift to a 3.5, 37 to 40-inch tire, and then from there, then you choose your ratio based on that. So tire,
Yeah.
then suspension, then gear.
All right, then the button. I love that button, man. I want that button. We don't have one.
So after walking around, learning a lot, seeing a lot, we made it back over to the Warren tent where Justin from Factor 55 was about to do a demo with Matt and his off-road vehicle.
All right, are you ready? He's just gonna roll and then he'll clip it all and do the whole thing. This guy does things that will blow your mind. You can't even believe what this does.
Dude does like super swamp recovery basically. So he gets people stuck out of the beach, the mud, down south has. So I think we have a lot to learn from him and how he set up his Gladiator.
So we chose the full width lifetime bumper for a few reasons, because we are a business and we work, so everything can't be for looks. So this bumper came with the option that you can run your shackles or put straps on the hooks themselves depending on what you're doing, so you have a little bit of options there. And we needed the full width because we run an old school tow truck trick called Scotch blocks to anchor our vehicle. So having something in front of the tires was very important for us. All right, so this is an old school tow truck trick. So you would set this here and you strap that on the bumper. When you run it over, the strap will come tight on the tire.
So now you have that downward force that's not only it's stopping the tire like putting chock blocks in the front of the tire,
Yep.
You have the downward force that's also pulling forward and then also pulling off of the frame mounted points that this USA made bumper is attached to. So now as he starts winching, right? Now that's putting downward force and also coming across on top of it.
So now when you're winching, it's trying to pull your bumper forward, right? But the blocks in the ground can't, so it's pulling it backwards. You could have this in neutral in a two-wheel drive truck and it will not move.
Really?
Yep. Damn. So it's just like you standing on your blanket,
Yeah.
holding on to and trying to move. You can't go nowhere.
Got it, dude. So who came up with this concept?
That's great, isn't it?
All right, so this was a great demonstration from Matt and Justin, and just seeing a freaking awesome setup on Matt's vehicle.
But now we have one last stop to do to test drive the Jeep.
In the middle of Daytona International Speedway, and channel our inner Jeff Gordon.
Maybe we should start at level 1. And
Yeah, let's start with level 1. Yeah, we're crawling, baby. We're wheeling.
Am I bottoming out?
Oh, it's a mall crawler, all right. I need a lift, dude.
You look like a lane 2 type of guy.
Yeah, I'll do it.
All right, so we just went level 1. It bottomed out a little bit, but we're doing lane 2. This one looks a little fun. The girl just told me you're gonna want to stay in 4 low the whole way, so let's get more serious.
That way. Oh, other way. Oh my god. We're fine. We're fine. It's okay. We're just vertical.
Oh yeah, I gotta focus on driving, so just keep recording everything.
I got my big boy tires.
Oh wait, they're actually tires.
Yeah.
We got our first obstacle.
We are approaching the teeter totter.
Alright, Ethan, take your time. Take your time, Ethan.
Yeah!
Hey, bone stock, baby.
Look at that. I got mud to prove it.
So Ethan, so I was in the field filming. How did the Jeep drive?
It rode okay, you know, obviously it needs a lot of work. They're just little basic humps, basic obstacles. It just did so bad.
Rough and bottoming out.
Yeah.
Well, luckily, we have made some fantastic friends and attracted some awesome sponsors.
So stay tuned on this next episode where we start the build.
Finally! That comes with years of experience.
15 amps of pure liability.